Hello, how are you? Today I've prepared a list for you with the best foods for people living with diabetes to eat at night. It's very important to make good choices at this time so that your blood sugar doesn't stay high all night long, nor drop too low during the night, causing hypoglycemia, which is disruptive and gives a very unpleasant feeling of discomfort. So, I'm going to give you some options here for dinner, as well as for that meal after dinner, the snack that many people have since they eat dinner earlier and need to have something before going to bed. I'm going to share good ideas with you. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss them. If you love tips on nutrition, health, and fitness, you're going to love this channel. Take the opportunity to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I have new videos every day. You're going to love them. I decided to share with you some helpful tips on foods you should eat at night if you live with diabetes. These suggestions can really make a difference in helping to keep your blood sugar more controlled and stable during this period of the day, which is especially important for your overall health and well-being. Because after all, when you're sleeping, you have less control over your blood sugar levels. You're not going to be checking your blood sugar as often during the night, so it's important to have a meal that won't cause your blood sugar to spike or drop too much at this time. Let's start by talking about some ideas for your dinner. A great food group to add, in this case, I'm not going to mention just one food, are legumes. And here we have all types of beans, chickpeas, lentils, soybeans, peas. All of these belong to the legume family. They are usually vegetables that contain carbohydrates, but these are slow-absorbing carbs because they also have a lot of fiber as well as plenty of protein. So the absorption of these carbohydrates is slower, more gradual, and won't cause such a spike in glucose during the night. That's why it's much better for you to eat one of these, rather than, for example, pasta, rice, or potatoes at dinner time. If you are going to eat another type of carbohydrate, like the ones I mentioned, you can reduce the amount, eat less of them, and prioritize legumes, which will help with better control at this time. Remember that you can consume legumes through regular beans, sautéed with garlic and onion, or it could be chickpeas also sautéed, even a chickpea puree, making it like a savory pastry. You can also add cooked lentils or peas to your salad. So there are plenty of options for you to include. The most important thing is that the preparation should be lighter, with less fat. So don't add bacon, sausage, or smoked sausage to the beans, because that will load the beans with saturated fat, which is bad for people living with diabetes, and also a lot of sodium, which can harm your sleep at night. I even have a video here explaining how to eat beans in the best possible way, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you. So if the preparation is done right, it will definitely be a great addition to your dinner. You'll be able to sleep and rest well, you won't feel hungry, and your blood sugar won't fluctuate that much. I'll also leave some playlists down below with recipes using beans, chickpeas, and peas to inspire you, so they'll be here for you to watch later. Another food on our list is chicken. Chicken breast is a great option for you to eat at night, especially if it's grilled, boiled, or stewed. Lighter preparations, even with less added fat. That's because chicken breast naturally has less fat, and when I mention the breast, I also mean without the skin. So removing the chicken skin is important for people living with diabetes, so you don't end up with that accumulation of saturated fat, as I just mentioned, which is harmful to the cardiovascular system and also contributes to weight gain. So chicken breast is a great option. It has high quality protein, its digestibility is excellent, it's digested very quickly, so you won't feel heavy at night, and it's very versatile. I have many chicken recipes and I'll leave them down below in the description. The protein in chicken will also help lower the glycemic index and glycemic load of your dinner, making the absorption of carbohydrates you eat in this meal slower as well. I talked a lot about chicken breast, but skinless chicken thigh is also a very interesting option depending on the cooking method. I even have a video here talking more about the different types of chicken cuts, the best and the worst, and I'll leave it down below in the description for you as well. Another food you should add and really include in your dinner is leafy greens. That's because they provide a lot of fiber and a lot of water, so they make you feel full and also slow down the absorption of carbohydrates, since their high fiber content lowers the glycemic index. Because they have fiber and water, they help increase satiety, which means you'll end up eating less of other foods at this time, helping to control hunger and also regulate blood sugar levels. The main tip is to start your meal with them instead of just adding them to your plate, because when you add them to your plate, you've already put together your meal, thinking about what you would include. So if you start with a well-prepared salad or even a soup, that can be a good option. I have playlists of salads and playlists of soups here on the channel. I'll leave them below for you. But adding these low-carb vegetables before dinner will make you feel fuller, and when it comes time to eat the chicken, the chickpeas, and the other foods at that meal, you'll end up eating less of them, so this will help you as well. In addition, leafy vegetables are low in calories but rich in nutrients. They contain many vitamins, minerals, and a lot of antioxidants, which are especially beneficial for people living with diabetes, since they are more likely to experience some kind of damage from free radicals due to having a chronic disease. So it's important to get many vitamins and minerals, especially antioxidants, and vegetables are excellent sources of these. Another very interesting option for your dinner is fish. And when it comes to fish, the fattier the fish, the healthier it is for you. That's because the type of fat found in fish is anti-inflammatory, which helps improve our bodies, reduces inflammation, actually lowers the likelihood of developing other related diseases, and improves the cardiovascular system, which is important for people living with diabetes. And fish also contain a lot of protein, of course. They are a great source of high biological value protein. They have these healthy fats, so the combination of protein with good fat also helps lower the glycemic index, causing carbohydrates to be absorbed more slowly. So a great option for you to add would be tuna, sardines, or even salmon, which can be a good choice. I know salmon can be a bit more expensive sometimes, but you can use sardines or tuna more easily. I even have a video talking about canned sardines and tuna, how to choose a good option. I'll leave it down below in the description for you as well. I just want to make a quick note here. When I talk about fatty fish, it's because fish naturally contains healthy fats. It's not for you to take a fish and fry it, bread it, or add a lot of oil, because that kind of fat will actually be pro-inflammatory for you. So ideally, you should eat fish grilled, boiled, stewed, baked, basically prepared in a drier way, so to speak. There's another food that fits here, which you could include in your dinner or your evening snack, depending on your routine, and that's eggs. Eggs are extremely versatile. You can make an omelet with them, saute them with vegetables, scramble them, and eat them with some veggies. So it's really versatile, and it also works great as an evening snack. If you have dinner earlier, a boiled egg can be a good option for you as well, because it's very filling. It contains choline, which is excellent for our brain and great for our body in a broader sense. It has virtually no carbohydrates, so it has very little effect on blood sugar. It contains healthy fats and high-quality protein, which is albumin, so it's a great option. Besides being inexpensive and versatile, it works well as an evening snack and for dinner too. It's really quite interesting. If you love eggs but are getting a bit tired of eating them the same way, I have a really cool playlist here with egg recipes, where the egg is the star, so I'll leave it down below for you. Because it's not just omelets, there are muffin recipes, cakes, all sorts of different things made with eggs, of course with other healthy ingredients, and you're going to love them. So, still on the topic of nighttime snacks, that meal we usually have after dinner but before going to bed. It's not a good idea for someone living with diabetes to eat in the middle of the night unless they're experiencing hypoglycemia and need to eat to restore their blood sugar levels. Ideally, you should have dinner, have your nighttime snack if it's part of your plan, and then only eat again the next day. So no midnight snacking unless you're experiencing hypoglycemia. So the best thing is to include in your nighttime snack some food that will keep you feeling full throughout the night, so you won't get hungry and your blood sugar levels stay under control. A food that can really help you is chia, because it lowers the glycemic load of the meal, since it has very little carbohydrate, so it has a super low glycemic index, lots of fiber, and plenty of healthy fats. And the fat in chia is also very interesting because it is a precursor to omega-3. Remember how we talked about fatty fish being healthy because they contain anti-inflammatory fats? This type of fat is also present in chia in its precursor form, so it can really be an excellent addition to your evening snack. Chia and flaxseed are good sources, with chia having a more neutral flavor. I have a video here where I talk more about the benefits of chia and which is better, chia or flaxseed, and I'll leave that down below in the description for you. Chia is very versatile, with a quite neutral taste, so you can sprinkle it over your dinner salad, for example, if you want to include it in your dinner. You can sprinkle it on top of scrambled eggs with some vegetables if you're having that as a late night snack. You can even mix it with yogurt, which is another very interesting food for you to have at this time as a late night snack as well. Because yogurt is a really great source of protein and it ends up being very filling. And with chia, it will be even more satisfying, which will further lower the glycemic index of the meal. So it can be a great snack for you. Yogurt and white cheeses in general are really good examples for you to include in your evening snack because they contain high-quality milk protein and have a low glycemic index. This means the carbohydrates are absorbed more slowly, which helps with better control during the night. When we talk about yogurt, we can't help but mention kefir, which is a type of yogurt made from kefir grains. And I have a video here explaining more about how to make kefir at home. It's a fantastic probiotic, one of the best probiotics out there, great for immunity and overall health, and it's a really good option to consume at this time. You can have, for example, kefir with chia seeds, with any fruit you like, or even just yogurt, and even with some nuts, which is another food I'll talk about later, because there are several studies that have already proven the benefits of nuts for people living with diabetes. Thanks to their healthy fats, they can act as protectors of the cardiovascular system. So this can be an interesting nighttime snack for you. A bit of chia, yogurt, or kefir, some nuts. It will keep you feeling full and bring you many benefits. Some people feel like eating something savory at this time for a nighttime snack, maybe because they had dinner earlier but want to watch a game or a movie. Something on TV and want to relax but don't want to go for those artificial, processed, super greasy snacks. So remember that good options can be some spreads you can use. Here I have a chicken pate which is super delicious and very high in protein. It can really help you out. There's my boiled egg mayonnaise, which is basically pure protein. It has egg, it has yogurt, so it has an amazing flavor. There's avocado mayonnaise, flaxseed mayonnaise. There are lots of healthy recipes here that you can use with a carrot, with raw bell pepper even. I love spreading these dips on them. Chickpea spread can also be a good option. Or you can use it with cucumber, or even make a low-carb bread, a low-carb toast. I have recipes for those here on the channel too, to make it like a sandwich. You can use just half the bread, make a half sandwich, which might be an interesting option for a nighttime snack for you as well, with one of these spreads. I'll leave these recipes down below in the description. Remember that all these tips here are general suggestions, and if you have any specific recommendations from your nutritionist or your doctor, it's important that you follow those, including regarding the timing of having or not having a nighttime snack, what to eat for dinner. This video is purely informational, so always take into account what you were told during your appointment with your doctor or your personal nutritionist. Tell me down below then what you usually eat for dinner, if you have a nighttime snack or not, and what you like to eat as a nighttime snack. I would love to see your comment. Give the video a like, it helps me a lot. Share it with anyone who would enjoy or needs it. Let's expand this chain of good together because that's what I want here with the channel. See you next time, bye!